Hong Kong, population 7.2 million.
The citizens of Hong Kong are angry, and they're demonstrating their anger in a peaceful protest like this. This is what's going on here, and I'm right here in the heat of the action. We are here with some of our new friends who are going to tell us exactly what's going on here in Hong Kong. Have you guys been sleeping in these tents?
Yeah, we generally sleep in Admiralty, which is like far away from that side. But here, yeah, we typically sleep here.
So explain to me, why are the citizens upset with the government? Like, break that down for us.
Well, I guess we were the former British colony, and then after the handover, we got under the rule of the Chinese government, and we still have this principle called one country, two system. In late August this year, they officially denied our demand for that kind of open and fair elections, and that's why people just flooded to the streets. And before that, before the movement, we actually had the week of a class boycott, and then we do a lot of stuff like Inside Out, and then the police were really impatient with us, and that's why they used tear gas and pepper spray to.
I was gonna ask, like, today it's really peaceful,
right?
But has it become violent? Has anyone been hurt? Any people gone to jail or anything like that?
I think the violence kind of broke out on 28th of September. That is when the police want to use the tear gas to disperse the protesters in Admiralty. But I think after that, because of the violence used,
on the police side, actually,
yeah,
really, we were just like,
yeah, we just raised our hands.
Were you there that day?
I was not there.
Was anybody tear gas? You were tear gas that day. So tell me, you were peacefully protesting, and then they sprayed and.
So people around me are all kind of peaceful.
And I believe what we're fighting for is we're not asking them to give us some bonus. I mean, it's our basic right, and we are born with that right. So I don't think we're asking for something that is too over.
Well, there you have it, folks. I'm here on ground zero at the protest in Causeway Bay in Hong Kong. Here are my new friends. They are tenacious. They're not moving until you, the government, listens. So thank you so much for talking to us here. My name is Smith. Appreciate your opinion, your explanation. You guys did a wonderful job. Thank you so much. And hopefully everything turns around.
And as the night began to fall, the protest population increased. Thousands gathered, saying no to violence, and some even sleeping in tents until the government heard what they had to say.
I'm right here in the crux of it all, here in Admiralty, where they are absolutely protesting for Occupy Hong Kong. The residents here are fed up. Not only that, they're just darn tired of the government trying to impose on what they got going on down here. So as you can see behind me, you got a bunch of people who are just sitting and they're occupying this street. This is an actual street here where people have said enough is enough, and they're laid up until the government listens to what they have to say. So CNN has reported on it. I had to be here and see exactly what was going on right here on the ground.
The streets have become littered with protest art, flags flying, and the citizens declaring their disdain and that this is an umbrella revolution and they're here to take over.
Even though the students are actively participating in the protests, they're still getting their studies in. As you can see behind me, they have desks and tables and USB ports and all kind of other stuff set up so the students can continue their education. And while they're here protesting, they're still asking the question, if it's not now, then when? It's a strong sense of community here. The citizens are bringing hot meals for others who have decided to protest.
Nightly arrests are becoming more and more common.
Illegal assembly, which is no different from what's happening right here, right? So at any point the police could just come in and start arresting people. Wow.
Post-its, the simple office design that lays around everybody's office in America. Here, they're art. Demonstrative art right here at the protest in Admiralty. So, tell me about the Post-its. What's this all about?
It's called the Lennon Wall Hong Kong. It's people writing what they think about the protests or encouragements to the protesters and stick it around here.
Movement. How long have you been around?
Since 28th, 2 weeks.
What's it been like living in this environment? We see it on CNN and the world news, but what's it like living here?
It's the most altruistic place that I've ever experienced. People here are super duper willing to help each other.
I saw a woman like with a pot of kanji, just scooping out, giving protesters hot, warm meals. Does that go on like during the day around here? How does that work?
Yeah, all the time. Every morning, a lady would bring breakfast, and then a guy with a loudspeaker would announce what we would have for the day. And
now you left your warm bed, comforts of your own home, I presume, and you decided to camp out here. Why was this movement important to you?
because we want democracy, and we want a way to kick out a government or a chief executive that is not doing his job properly.
I was walking around and I was just thinking how great the sense of community is. Like this is bringing people from all different, demographics, social economic statuses, and they're all literally laying down together to fight the good fight, and that's a beautiful thing.
I spent the rest of the night reading some of the thousands of Post-it notes and then speaking with this guy, Benny, who's on a hunger strike in protest. He's on day number 15.
I'm empty in my stomach and spiritually full.
I love it. Well, I think you're encouraging people beyond this movement to take a stand. It's easy to talk. It's easy to give mouth service, but you're actually like, no, I'm using my physical being to demonstrate what I believe in. I give kudos to that. Kudos. Thank you so much for talking to us. Appreciate it. Keep the faith. Thank you so much. I'm watching Smith TV, and this is The Asian Adventure.